Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are going to start working on a planner for me for 2026. I know, it seems early, right? It's still September. But if you think about it, you schedule things 6 months out. We are booking things for the beginning of next year. Your appointments that go into next year. And I need a calendar for that. So I have a paper bag, and I am going to do this in similar style to what Barbara at 49 Dragonflies does. So I have attempted to figure out my width, and I'm just going to cut along this edge here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I know I've been MIA a lot lately. There's just been a lot going on, which if you're a returning subscriber, you know that, right? Okay, so I measured this to be just over like 8 3/4 inches tall. Yeah. And so what I want to do is just get this cut down. See, I didn't cut that very straight, but that's okay because I'm going to cut the top of that, and then I think I might be able to straighten this up with my trimmer. And if not, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? So I'm not that worried about it. I'm just making a mark there. I'm going to attempt to make a line across here that is somewhat straight. I need marks like straight edge that's really long because that would fit the entire width of this and not be a big deal. But we're just going to be brave and cut it. So what I do want to do is push the top out of that. I don't need to cut all of that bulk, and if I don't cut into that, then maybe I can do a flap like Barbara did. Do you think I watched one of her videos recently? No. So am I just kind of winging it? Yes. I will, hang on. I'm in the bulk right there. It's like not wanting to give. Okay, it's not perfect. I don't care. I did leave the flap in there because she says that makes the bottom stronger. I have gone round and round and round. If you have been following me, you know I got some wonderful Timmy fabrics and Seth fabrics for Christmas last year. So I'm going to be brave and use some because I love this fabric. And so since this edge already has this fantastic like ruffle to it, that is going to be my front. Now, I want to make sure, well, it doesn't matter at this point. But I want to make sure that I get it how I want it, because when I sew this, or I'm going to glue it down like Barbara does. I'm going to use watered down glue. And I'm trying to decide if I want mostly the blue or this more patina with the rust and blue on here. And then I have this fun bottle cap fabric that I think will be really fun on the inside. So I'm going to go find my cheap, well, inexpensive Scholastic glue that I had gotten on clearance like a very, very long time ago. I'm going to water it down, and then I will glue this down, and I have to be brave. I'm telling you, I've been hoarding this fabric, like big time hoarding because I didn't want to use it. So we're going to do it. We're just going to use it. Remember, we're using the things, and when we use the things we love, that means we love the things that we make that much more, right? Right. Okay. Be brave, Jody. For the fun of it, let's tear it on camera because that is the best sound ever. I'm going to cut it just slightly wider than I need. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And so see that actually, the angle that tore, it's completely fine. I don't care if a little bit of the bag pokes out. Oh. I will have to stitch this on before I stitch the inside on so that I can stitch this piece and then stitch the back piece, because I want to do a flap in here like Barbara did. And if I stitch this all the way down, I'll close up my inside. I will, and we don't want to do that. If you want a better tutorial, go watch Barbara. I will try to link one of those videos for you below. It doesn't want to tear. Okay. There we go. Okay, watering down. I'm going to get the front and back glued on and let it dry. So I have this Scholastic. It's just school glue. And Office Depot went out of business here a long time ago. And so I got that on clearance. I mean, I paid only a couple dollars for this whole bottle. And I just put some in my little, whatever this little plastic container is. And I've watered it down. Not super watery, but it needed to be thinned. Plus it's getting old, so it's like really thick. I want to put this, oops, sorry, I hit the cord. You're plugged in. I want to put this on here just to try to help contain my messes. Yeah, right. All right. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm winging it. I've watched Barbara do this like so many times, but you know, I just run with it. So we're just going to do that. Now, what I don't know, and I'm really hoping is not going to do, is on some level this glue is going to seep through. It's also soaking into this brown bag. So what I hope is that it's not going to make my fabric all crazy. You know, like sometimes it'll soak through and then you get all these spots in your fabric, and I don't want that. But if it does it, it's just an opportunity to overcome it, right? So I'm just gently pressing that down. It is coming through. I can feel it, but I'm trying not to press it any more than I need to so as to not make a super ginormous mess, which who are we kidding? It's me. Okay, so I hope everybody's doing well today. It is Wednesday the 17th. I'm probably not going to get very far on this today, but we'll see where we can get, and I'll get it uploaded. And this is probably just going to be like a multi-part make. I have the tea prompts pulled. I thought it was due today. It's not. It's due for next week, but I'm all out of sorts because we were gone. So I have to get that filmed. I did put the 2026 list up in the Facebook group. It's a pinned post. If you're not on Facebook, which I totally understand, and you want to contribute to the prompt list, feel free to email me or message me, or if you're an Instagram person, just you can send me a list through there. I'll be glad to add them for you. I know not everybody's on Facebook, and again, I totally understand that. But I wanted to give you options because I don't want people who are not on Facebook to feel like they're being left out of the opportunity to add to the list. So, fire away with those words, prompts, whatever. And then I also did, where's my piece? There it is. I also did a post today that was a, like, what's a technique that you haven't tried yet, but you're interested in. So, hopefully that will generate some. I think I'm going to unfold this. Yeah. So hopefully that will generate some interest as well. I'm kind of in a rut right now, and I'm struggling to figure out what to make. Tracy does have like a Halloween kit, an assemblage kit that she put out, and it's a wonderful kit. If you haven't seen it, I encourage you to go check it out. But I'm just not feeling Halloween-y right now. So I have to figure out what I'm going to be making. I was looking through kits and stuff last night, or yesterday, excuse me, and I still just haven't come up with like the one thing that's speaking to me right now, which is fine. I mean, I think we all get like that sometimes. I didn't mix enough glue. So, yeah, I'm just not sure what I want to work on right now, but this has been on my mind for a few days now, and I need to get something put together. Last time I made myself a planner, on the months that we traveled, I didn't quite utilize it as much as I should have or could have, or any of those shoulda, woulda, coulda words. And so I want to do this one a little bit differently. I want to definitely have my year in here for like appointments and stuff like that. So like the monthly layouts. I'll show you. So the monthly layouts. And then I have lined and I have unlined, and I plan to use them both for different things. And then I want to have a section where I can like keep a to-do list, because I do keep a to-do list even if it's not like a daily thing. That helps me. I am a list person. So I want to have a section for that. And then I don't know about just like weekly spreads in here. So if I do put weeklies in here, I want them to be undated. So that way I'm not wasting. And I was looking for the other planner that I made. I was going to show you. I'll probably find it once I'm not looking for it. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cool when it's dry. Okay, so this is the bottom, and I'm not worried about that not being glued or anything, because once this dries, I will stitch around it. And I have to figure out, now see, I have paper bags showing there. I didn't pull that enough, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it because I don't want to distort the fabric. And are we really going to see that? Probably not in the scheme of things. I think it's fine. It'll be fine. Is it going to be fine? I'm not pulling it up. Oh, stop it. I'm pushing the glue through it. Okay, let this dry. I'll stitch around both sides, but I also want to make like a flap thing to go in the back, like Barbara did on one of them. She made like, so if she left, that's why I have to sew it with it open, because then, I am making a mess. Okay, so then when this is like closed, it needs trimming. Don't worry, it's gonna be fine. I could put a little pocket flap in here like she did, and almost put like a little envelope or policy closure on it. So I'm gonna figure that out, and then you'll see that when we come back. Okay, so this all has to dry, but I think I wanna start gathering papers. So that's what I'm gonna do next. The cover's still drying, and I'm being brave. I'm gonna use some Temi paper also. Temi fabric and Temi paper. Can I just pat myself on the back for using the things that I hoard? Okay. Okay, so I have, these are all basically the same line that the fabric is. I don't think the soda tops are part of this line, but the colors are fine. It works. And this is still drying. I mean, Mom and I are going to go to Erie today, so this is not something that I'm going to be able to sew this morning. So maybe this afternoon when we get back, I'll be able to stitch it. So that probably won't be a part of this video. Well, and I won't sew it on film anyway. But, yeah. I'm like, that is wasting fabric. But it's not, Jody. It's not. It's fine. But it does make me think that maybe this is crooked on here. But it's fine. It's that little perfectionism that's like giving me a hard time this morning. Okay, so I built this for 8.5 inches tall is what I built the cover for. So I'm just looking at these prints and like, I don't care about London or whatever. I thought these would be the outside of my signature covers. And what I was thinking is, I've kind of been like rolling around in my head what I need or what I do or what I use, and not giving away private information, obviously, but you can see I've got some tabs in here for things that I added and like tracking certain things so that I know, like, I can look back at things over the year and kind of do an assessment. And then I also have like my full deck challenge piece is in here. Can I show you that? Yeah. So my full deck challenge, I made this out of notebook paper and punched it so that I could move that month to month in here. I don't think I'm doing full deck challenge next year, so I don't think I need that, but I want to leave room in here so that I can track challenges that I might want to participate in, or collaborations, anything like that, which is not something that I generally have in a planner, but because like I have been invited to do a few collaborations, I definitely want to leave space for that so I can take notes for that. So I'm just going to write on the back of one of these calendar pages because in pencil it's not going to show anyway. So I definitely want my year. I definitely need the budget stuff. And I think I'm going to put these two together. And then I want to-do list, right? And then I definitely want, let's just say channel. So that's going to be any collabs or challenges that I can make notes of, maybe. And then I'm thinking I wanted one more. I was going to do 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th one. I'm not sure what the 4th one is. I thought I had it in my head, and now I can't remember what I was thinking, which I'm not surprised. Okay, so that's where I am with that. So I'm going to do 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I also wanted to make like a folder out of one of these, just stitched in, so that way I have just like a little folder that I could put stuff in or hold things. But I also I'm going to have the pocket in the back, so like if I go to the doctor and get a printout for my next appointment or whatever, I have a place to put that. And that's a problem. Like in here, this clip holds things like that. Or you can see I've got things poked out the top. I don't like that. We need a way to secure those things. Okay, so I'm not worried about London. I don't even care if that word is the right direction. So whatever I cut off this is going to just be an offcut that we'll be able to use. So I need my height at 8.5 inches. I am so nervous. Like, I'm seriously nervous about cutting this paper. It makes no sense because we have to use the things, right? And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to cut the London off so that I stop worrying about where that is. And then my script is sideways on this, and I think I'm going to like that. So 8.5. So we have a really great scrap that way. And then I think I want to go 8 3/4, since this is going to be like the outside. And then 8 3/4. Oh, I just did that at a really, okay, I'll figure it out on one. Then the rest of them will be easier for scoring. So 8 3/4 is that. So I flip it. Okay. Nope. Put it back how it was, Jody. So 4 is 8. 4 1/4 is 8.5. So 4 3/8. I made that far more difficult than it needed to be, and I also scored that the wrong way because I wanted this on the outside. Ask me why. I don't know. No. Do you guys know what I just did? That should have been 11 1/4. I'm gonna go cry now. Okay, I didn't actually cry. I just took a moment to breathe. And then I've said, you know what? I'll just turn this into a folder and I will be able to use it in a way that I was not anticipating. So it's totally fine. I could make a side tuck on there, and I can make a piece on here for that kind of a pocket. It's completely fine. The paper is not wasted. I have been hoarding this. This was a gift when Tim released this vault release, and my dear sweet friend sent this to me, and she said I deserved to smile. It certainly made me smile, and she told me to use it so it's not just sitting in a box, because she knows I'm terrible about hoarding it. So it's fine. It's totally fine. I just needed to slow down. So slow down when you're creating, so you don't do things like that. Okay, so there's one, and then I have to think about this so I don't mess it up again. And then, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cut the long strip off first, so that way that's in its full length. And then I have this, and what am I going to use that for? I don't know. I could make a paper ruffle out of it. It could also be like a belly band or something, so that strip can be used. So again, I want this like this. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I have myself like all messed up now. So I said 11¼ was my width. Ooh, that's really pretty. And then this way, 8½. Now I'm like all scared. I did one, but it's because I'm talking my way through it that now I'm like having little anxiety riddled moments before I cut this paper. And the reason we have this paper is because we love it and we want to use it. So, okay, so 5½ is 11, and then another 1/8 is the quarter. If you don't understand my measurements, that's okay. That's how I'm finding the middle of these odd fractions, which, you know, I could do the odd fractions, but that's more brain power than I possess this morning. So we're just doing some Jody math, and it's working, minus the first paper that I ruined. Okay, so this one, and you can see I'm trying to do the more subdued colors to the outside because I think it's going to be fun, and then we open it and it's like, bam, bright colors make me happy. Woohoo! So that's what we're doing. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then I want to do my width. My 11¼ and then my height at 8½, and that's going to be the same height then as my pages that I use on the inside, right? So then because I only allowed 8¾ on my cover, oops, so I really want to be able to have everything kind of the same size, and like my calendar pages are going to be smaller than 8½ by 11. Obviously I printed them 2 to a page, but they're too small for that, but I'm going to cut them out, and I'm actually going to glue them to background pages. Is that an extra step? Yes, it is. However, I think that way I can use up some like music pages or book pages or atlas pages and have some interest around my calendar pages. And that will also, it'll just add more interest to this. And so since we are so bad about hoarding things, Jody is speaking about herself, even though I know some of you are just as guilty as I am. This way we can use those things and really enjoy them and go from there. So this I'm going to do, what's on the back of this? Do I care? I do not care. 11¼ Okay, do I want to cut that off? Fine, cut it off. And then 8½ again. I was trying to do this blindly and like not be looking at the other side. I should go in a Halloween bin. That is so cool. But I'm having a hard time because I do want to make sure that the usable pieces that are left are in such a way that I don't have funky cutoffs on words and stuff like that. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Oh, ooh, I like how that cut. That's fun. Okay, so those are our 4 bases, and then the folder. So the folder was one I was going to actually put in a pocket, but I kind of wanted it sewn in. So now I'm thinking I'm going to be brave and get another piece of paper out. This is not ruined or wasted. It's most certainly going to get used. These scraps I'm just setting aside. So I'm going to get one more piece out and cut it, and then we'll make a folder out of it that it can be sewn in as well. So that's going to give us 5 pieces of cardstock to put in. And then we'll have the folder in here, whether it's in the front or the back, so I can stick stuff in there. I'm always trying to carry little extra things, like a receipt or something that I need to keep track of, right? But I don't actually carry this planner around with me. So then I'm like, I pull stuff out of my purse, I stick it in the planner, and I need to be able to have some sense of organization. I also want to ink around all of these, and then we will decorate these in some way. I just don't know what way that will be. So I made a mistake on my cover where my flap went on and my fabric. If you watched my full deck challenge card 34, I would have shown you what that mistake was in that video. So now we need to do a workaround, which is totally fine. I'm trying not to stress about it. I am using the things I love. That's what matters. I'm actually in the process of repackaging my stamps, so I'm really excited about that. Oh, you know what I think I can do? This just now occurred to me. I really wasn't sure what I was going to do, but maybe I'll do like a 2026 of some sort on here, and we're gonna hope for the best. I literally don't know if this is gonna work, but at the bare minimum, it's just going to add some interest to this piece of fabric that I'm using to band-aid my mistake. So, 2026 is this planner, or calendar. I don't, it's like I need to keep track of appointments. I need to keep track of videos and travel and so that's not gonna fit on here, but we're gonna make it work because I wasn't thinking when I did it. That's okay. 2026. Anyway, oh, it'll work. It's gonna work. So anyway, I'm just running, I got just things that I have to keep track of. And so it's super important that I have a place to do so. I kind of like that. What if I put like a 6 up here to make it like it's a repeating pattern? We're gonna pretend. We're just gonna add a little interest there. It's fine. Okay. And then I have this block stamp that I was going to try to do like just for some added interest on here. Are you going to jump up here? Chloe just came in here. She has been like glued to me all night, but it's been kind of cold. It's like 50 this morning. We're going to go play pickleball here in just a little bit. So I'm trying to get this at a point where I can just let it dry. Oh, I really like that. That is subtle, subtle, subtle. Perfect. Oh, I thought for a second I still had my lid off my brown and my black. Okay, I will clean these up when I'm done. Okay, I'm making an enormous mess for me to come home to, but I gotta go. All right, but I want to get this on here so that it can dry while I'm gone this morning, and then hopefully I can finish. Oh my gosh, this is like really not wanting to come out of here. My other one's all goopy. This is almost empty, and I had it like upside down, so it had an enormous goober in it. So I filmed 34 yesterday. This is Saturday, and clearly I didn't get this done before we left to play cards yesterday. Okay, that's annoying me. And so I'm just like fervently trying to play catch up here, guys. So please bear with me. This is super thick. I need to thin it. I'm like dealing with all these things that I just haven't had time to take care of, and it's a little stressful. It is a little stressful. All right, I'm gonna fight with this glue to get my muslin piece, and I'll tell you about the rust if I can remember. I was doing a rust experiment, so I rusted some paper clips and staples and numbers and some metal tags, and really got some really cool interest on some pieces. So I'm hoping to be able to use a rusty bit as the cover on this. I think that would be super cool with tying in all the, you know, tactile elements. I love that on there. Oh my gosh. Do I want to use the crackle paste? I do, but I'm not going to use the crackle paste on the back side of it. I think I only want to do it like, do I want to use the crackle? Oh my gosh. Do you see what I did? I'm going to have the exact same problem. Mush for brains, Jody. Okay, we have got to go. So I'm going to do a little bit of crackle paste, just kind of on the edges of this, and then, or I'm not. Are you kidding me? I even had the rubber band on it, you guys. For real. That is so annoying because those products are so expensive, and I literally have not had that long, and I had the rubber band on it. I'm sorry if my frustration is totally coming out. I know it is. I know you can hear it in my voice. I am annoyed this morning for zero reason. I just am. I think I'm in that cycle that we've talked about in previous videos. And I'm really tired too, which doesn't really mean I could be annoyed, but I just, oh my gosh, right now. And then I open these products and I'm like, dude, like we spend a lot of money for these products and they shouldn't dry out that fast. Like I seriously, that's not thick enough. I have not had that long enough for it to have dried out like that. Now I am going, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to fold this in half because I don't want to put crackle paste on the part that's actually going to be in the fold. That's the word. And I don't really need a lot. I just want to add some interest to this and see like what we can do. So I'm just gonna like put a little there, and then I'm gonna come down here. I'm gonna put a little bit down here. Why is this acting like I didn't glue it down? Because I didn't. So this could be another mess all over this amazing fabric, which would be really annoying. But obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, and I don't want to cover my twos necessarily. But I do think I'm going to add some just down this side. Just for some interest. And then we're going to come in here. I think that'll hold that down. All right, I guess I need to find some parchment paper or something to put under there. That really is so frustrating. And I really do like this crackle paste. I like the way that it crackles. So as far as how it behaves, I would recommend it. But I really struggle with how these products dry out so quickly. And part of the frustration is that there are other companies whose products don't dry out as quickly as these do. And I don't understand. It's got to be something in the formula. And I just don't understand it. So maybe one of you understand it better and you can help me. Help me. Okay, I need a piece of parchment paper. Let that dry so I don't touch it. And Chloe's behind me, so I'm afraid she's going to try to jump up here. So I'm going to get this covered, set that aside. Now it's going to completely dry. I'm going to go play pickleball, and hopefully it will help me have a better attitude for when I come back. It's the next morning, Sunday morning, and so I let this dry. Actually, it was dry when I got back from lunch, but I just couldn't work on it. Was helping Mom make some, well, we started making some bridge score sheets for her bridge group. We have to finish those. And then my son came by and I had to mow the yard, and you know how it is, life. Okay, I have no idea if this is gonna work. I'm super stressed about this because I keep making mistakes on this cover. However, it is for me. Mistakes are just opportunities to overcome. I'm trying to live my own words. And for the record, yes, pickleball helped my attitude yesterday. Maybe I need to go play again today. Oh, okay. So this are my Brie Reese. Did I say King Art? I don't know. This is a Brie Reese one, like a gel thingy. I don't know. What do you call these? Like a gelato stick, maybe? Ooh. Okay, I'm not sad about that. But I am breaking some of my crackles off. Ooh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that. I need to see what other colors we have. Stop shaking your hands. It's just emphasis. I just got excited. You'll be okay. Okay. So it's not going to get down in those cracks, but that's, oops, okay. I think because the fabric is under those cracks. So do we really need to get down in them? I'm not thinking so. I got that on the fabric. We're just going to pretend like we did that on purpose. And maybe we'll add a little bit to it because I did that. I don't know. Okay, I think that's enough black. I don't think I want to add more black, but let's see what other colors I have. I don't have the box for this anymore, so I can't tell you what it is. Other than Brie Reese. Green, white, orange, yellow, red. Okay, so now we're going to the King Art, which is Artist Mixed Media Gel Sticks, and I just gonna add, I don't know, a little bit of that color on there. I hope this dries permanent. I literally don't know. I don't ever use these. I've got to quit rubbing so hard. I'm knocking my crackle paste off. Now I feel like we need a little bit of orange or yellow. What do we think? And I think by using a finger that's not as strong as like my first finger or middle finger, maybe I'll stop damaging so much. Maybe. I do need to squeeze a little bit of glue. Okay, I am digging that. I think that looks kind of cool. How about, well, back to Brie Reese. It's a bright orange. I think it'll be okay. Just one a little. We'll need a lot. But I'm liking how that's blending in. That feels really good. Maybe I should look up how to actually use these and try to do something with it. What do we think? Because it feels really good. It's like butter in a stick. It's like a stick of butter. Oh, don't mind me. You guys, I have to say, I'm not going to say which content creator, but we have a content creator who's having a little bit of a struggle right now. And so I think we just need to send good, positive energy out for this person. And I think that when we have good intentions and we send a positive energy out or prayers, that they land where they're intended. And our fellow creator needs some of those today, and so I just want to send those out to that person. And I will say that that person sent me some voice messages on Instagram in response to a question I had asked, and it was so sweet to hear a personalized message, and the words that were sent, I'll get emotional if I'm not careful. I got emotional when I heard them. And they were so kind and uplifting as far as just the message that she was saying to me personally. I said she, okay, oops. Anyway, and I just love it. And I think that as a creative community, we have some of the most amazing people from all over the place. And I'm just very grateful to be a part of it. So I do encourage you to, you know, if you have an opportunity to say something kind to somebody, today, do so. Share that kindness and love and respect for other members of the community. And I'm just very grateful to be a part of it. And I'm grateful to have you all here as part of my community. So thank you for being here. Okay, I'm just gonna work a little bit of glue. I think that's all I'm gonna work. No, I have to do it on this side too. And then I think what I want to do is, I think I want to splatter some gold on this cover. And then I think I'm going to be done with it. And I want to get my signature sewn in. So then when I come back, hopefully this will be all put together and done. This video is getting long, but I'm kind of like doing one video for this whole process. So please bear with me. And I want to get this done so I can get it uploaded for you because I need content. I still have to film tea. Now this is Sunday and I'm running out of time. I'm going to have to get it done. But I'm really pleased with that. So like when my pocket is in here, I think that looks really cool. And then that's just a little bit of something on the back for some interest, which I think is really cool. And I really don't mind where I got black on that fabric. Also think that's pretty cool. I do wonder if this is going to fleck off at some point, but I'm sure it will over the course of using it. But I really like that. I think that came out really neat. So I need to figure out what we're going to do on a cover too. So I will get my signature sewn in. I have no idea what else I just said I was going to do. Oh, splatter with gold. But maybe I can do that when it's done. Maybe I don't need it on the back and I can just do the front and splatter that as a finishing touch. Well, I will say that I made a mess of this, but that's okay because it's just for me. And so to cover or not to cover the cover is now where I'm at with it. I sewn my signatures in. They're a little wonky. That's okay. I know better. I should have used a template. I was being lazy. And lazy got me wonky sewing, but that's okay. I think over time as I use it and it fills up and I work with it, it's not even gonna matter at the end of the day. So I have my monthly that will be just like keeping track of appointments and stuff like that. And then I have the folder that I put in. And I was gonna put the folder in the front. It was supposed to be in the front, but again, I didn't use a template. Shame on me. So don't do what Jody does. Go do what Barbara does. And then I have a section here for like, I think this is going to be my to-do list section. Then I have my keeping track of money section. Then I will have my channel section. So since this is my channel, what do you guys think I should put in here? I don't know. I'm not sure. So, but I think that's it for right now. I don't know if I'm actually going to put a topper on this. I was thinking about something with this, but I love the fabric so much. Do I really want to cover it? That's the dilemma. I need to put this back in here because I need that note. Okay, so you guys can let me know what you think in the comments below. Should I use a journal topper or not? I don't have a closure figured out either. Don't know if I'm going to put a closure on here. But at least I have the 2026 planner where I can start utilizing it. All right, so I have no idea what I said when I started this video. I don't even remember what I said yesterday outside of hopefully pickleball would help my attitude. I'm gonna clean this mess up, get Mom's bridge notebooks worked on this afternoon, and see where that leaves me for time so that I can try to get tea filmed. I really hope I can get tea filmed today. On my full deck challenge, I still have 4 cards till I'm caught up, so I am making progress with those. So thank you for the kind words as far as those videos go. I have to get this cleaned up. I have glue everywhere from the other project. Okay, have a great day. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I want you to leave one positive thing in the comments below, whether it's about this video, another project, just something positive. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.